Good day, everyone. This Excel file aims to present the methodology for determining the selling price of carbon credits in the secondary market. On the input sheet, we have the main variables and parameters. CapEx, the initial investment of the project, which could be a project in the Amazon, a renewable energy project, a reforestation project, among others. OPEX, the annual operating expenses or exploitation costs, including taxes, operating costs, maintenance costs, and so on. Useful life, the number of operating years after the start of commercial operation. Discount rate, the cost of capital or discount rate of the project. Annual reduction, the amount of CO2 emissions reduced or captured per year when the project is in operation. Profit margin, the additional percentage over the average cost to set the spot price. Forward premium, the additional percentage over the spot price to set the forward price. How the calculator works. First, we enter the project's initial investment. Next, we enter the annual operating expenses, including all taxes, operating costs, and maintenance. Then, we specify the useful life, the discount rate, and the annual CO2 reduction. The calculator first determines the annualized CapEx using the standard financial annuity formula. It then calculates the average cost, which is the annualized CapEx plus the annual OPEX divided by the annual CO2 reduction. To this average cost, the profit margin is applied to obtain the spot price. Finally, the forward premium is applied to the spot price to obtain the forward price. Adjustments for the secondary market. In the input sheet, we can see the calculated values. Spot price, in this example, 17.96 USDs per ton of CO2. Forward price, calculated automatically by the tool. These values are then adjusted using 1. Quality adjustment factor. This depends on whether the project has an emission certificate, the likelihood of delays or early completion, the expected start date of operations, the risks associated with the project, and the risks of selling in the secondary market. This factor can be positive or negative. In our example, it is 1.05. 2. Transaction costs. These are the costs involved in executing the sale in the secondary market. 3. Secondary market spread. This is the historical difference between prices in the primary market and prices in the secondary market. In this example, it is 0.15 USD per ton of CO2. Scenarios generated by the calculator. The tool generates 3 scenarios. Base scenario, no quality adjustment. High quality scenario, the investor highly values the project and applies a higher positive factor. Low quality scenario, the investor is more risk averse and applies a negative adjustment. For each scenario, the calculator shows both the adjusted price and the adjusted forward price. This tool provides a systematic and transparent method for estimating carbon credit prices in the secondary market, taking into account costs, margins, quality adjustments, and market conditions. If you need more information, please get in touch using the link in the first comment.